Hi, I'm Roger Conrad. I'm editor of Canadian Edge. Thanks for tuning in today. What I want to talk about is the unfolding trust conversions, and I wrote a feature article on these with the March issue, which is on the site and you should have received by this time. Hopefully you've been able to read through it. I have quite a few facts and figures in there. I think the strongest way to make the case that these trusts are very, very bullish for investors is to basically just look at the facts. And we've had, as the charts in there show, 46 different companies either complete conversions or announce them. And the average gain on the ones that have completed the conversions, the 26 that have done that, is somewhere in the neighborhood of 65%. The gain on the ones that have just announced and are still in the process is a little over 20%. So obviously the market has viewed these things as positive, and that's the bottom line. I think one reason the market has viewed them as positive, again to review, is just very low expectations going in. There been a lot of disinformation out there about what would happen to trusts when they converted to corporations. The common misconception was that it always meant massive dividend cuts, and some people even feared liquidations and so on and so forth. And I don't think not that many advisors on either side of the border really did much to dispel those concerns. But as we're seeing, these conversions are being done quite efficiently. The actual tax rates are pretty low. In fact, Canada is going to have the lowest corporate tax rate of any developed nation in the world over the next several years as they continue to pull that down. So what this means is these tax burdens really aren't that big of a deal for most of these companies. We are seeing some reductions, but even where we're seeing reductions, they're less than expected, and the companies doing the reducing have moved up. Now, since I wrote this article, two other companies have actually announced their conversions and what their post-conversion dividends are going to be. And these are Pengrowth and Paramount Energy Trust. Both of these are fairly natural gas weighted in terms of their output. Paramount is in fact 100% natural gas weighted. So they've been at a disadvantage relative to some of the trusts that have focused on oil. Oil prices obviously have gone up a lot. Natural gas prices, not so much. I mean, we've had a pretty lousy environment for natural gas. So the fact that here these companies they're making their conversions and they're announcing that they won't change the dividends as they make the conversions, I think is extraordinarily bullish in a couple of ways. First, it shows that these companies, Pengrowth and Paramount, which is one of our portfolio, aggressive portfolio holdings, it shows that they've done a good job managing their cash flow, managing their debt, managing their production, and they're comfortable that they can pay out at this, again, very nice rate to investors even after they start paying taxes as a corporation. Very, very bullish for these individual companies. It's also very bullish from the thesis that as we see going forward, more of these trusts start to convert, more of them are going to come at the market the same way. They're going to say, hey, we're either not going to cut our dividends or we're going to cut them very, very little, and thereby preserving the majority of the cash flow coming to investors. Again, I'm very, very impressed with the way that Canadian companies have been able to manage their cash flow. I don't think they get the credit in the marketplace. I think they will going forward. Everybody's been worried about this 2011 thing for a long time. As it goes away, becomes less of a concern. People are going to start, again, focusing on these companies as businesses, just as they've done with the companies that have already converted. And the business picture looks pretty good. They don't call Canada the Northern Tiger for nothing. And you know, as the Canadian dollar appreciates against the U.S. dollar, as this economy gets stronger, the economy in Canada gets stronger, as natural resources remain in hefty demand around the world, the opportunities are only going to get brighter. So I urge you to stick with your companies, buy some more if you're light on them, look at the high yields of the month. This is a very, very bullish situation. Again, not getting the credit in the press, but that's where you really make your money in any market. Thanks for tuning in. I'll look forward to chatting with you next time.